I began training in 2008 on the Yorkshire Ministry course part-time so that I could continue with my teaching part-time too, and then I was ordained in 2010 and quite unexpectedly was called to serve in Doncaster in Stainforth, in a place which I'm ashamed to say I'd never even heard of before I was asked to go and serve there as curate, and I had an amazing 3 years as curate there, and then in 2013 was appointed to this role. Seeing the role models of those first women coming into our church. We didn't have a female priest at our church for quite a long time, but we did have one lady, Sue Proctor, who was the area dean, who came to preside at Maltby, which was my home church, and seeing her inhabit the role helped me to think I could do it. And when I was 18, I work shadowed her as part of my sixth form studies, so found a little bit more about what it was like and whether I could fulfil that calling. She was a really important role model at that age, and then as time has gone on, there have been other particular role models from that first generation of women priests, so people like Joan Ashton and Eve Atherfold and Doe Craig Wild have all been people who've inhabited the role differently, but have given me an idea of how I might inhabit that and have encouraged me on my journey. It's been an amazing journey, but it's also been tough at times. I was the first female incumbent of this parish, and I thought that that might be an issue with people, but as it transpired, what people were more shocked about in this post was that I was appointed to be team rector of Great Snaith when I was 36, so they were more bothered about how young I was. But it's been a journey of lots and lots of learning and sometimes making mistakes, but I have a bunch of people here who are forgiving, and if you hold your hands up and say, I'm sorry, I've made a mistake, then they forgive you and move on with you. So there have been so many amazing experiences working with families at different times in their lives, and of course in 2020 the floods that we had here followed by COVID really kind of secured and made the church really important in the community to be a place of love and care. I think it's the most amazing thing you could possibly do with your life. I am so fulfilled in this role, but I don't think you'd want to come into it with your eyes closed. You would want to be aware that there are struggles and there are people who still, while being generally quite kind about it, there are still people who don't agree with your ordination, and there will be times when you will go to a service which you know you can't take any part in, and that can be really hard and it can be quite hurtful deep down, although you know that the people around you are being as generous as they can. So it is a case that it will be a wonderful experience, but it will be an experience with challenges as well. This is 30 years now. We've had a whole generation of women go through. We need to give thanks for those first women who really pioneered for us to ensure that all of us could go forward. And I just want it to be a day filled with absolute joy and celebration, particularly remembering those women priests who have gone before us and now look down on us and hope that we're doing a good job.